Hello and welcome back to another Space Engineers showcase video. In today's video, we're looking at another abandoned outpost, and this one is very unique and is supposed to be haunted, and it's called the Obake Outpost, which is this lovely thing over here. So this is a fairly large structure that has the extreme basics of what you need to survive in survival mode. This would be more of a building that you would use as a starting base on a planet at the start of a story. Say you crash land on Mars, you discover this, and now you've got to get it back into working order in order to continue your adventure. You do have a basic assembler on here, you do not have a refinery, you do not have a survival kit or any kind of medical bay, you have a little bit of power in the form of a wind turbine, and you got plenty of defense in the form of interior turrets. You got a small area for you to store a land vehicle in, as well as a small area to have a ship come and dock up at the top there to load and unload any kind of goods you collect, and of course to just simply store your ship. Pressing F10 and finding it in the spawner menu, the Obake Outpost is 1,934 large blocks, using none of the DLC packs and no mods. We do have a little bit of information about it on the Steam Workshop page, and of course all the stuff it contains, such as the wind turbine, we've got cargo containers, hydrogen tanks, batteries, O2H2 generators, a simple assembler, and that's about that. But now that's done and out of the way, I've also done the outside because there's not really too much to talk about, so we can cover most of it on foot. I can just grab hold of my character and come over to the lovely entrance. So this is what we get at the entrance. We've got two interior turrets to make sure no sneaking so-and-so is going to try and roll up here and ruin your day. We've got a lovely combination of ramps and stairs to come all the way up, over to some hangar bay doors, which is how we're going to get a very small vehicle in and out. But over to the right hand side, we've got a double door for an airlock, which is how we're going to get manually in and out of this station. So the doors are on a time block, so they will slam in your face occasionally, but you could always replace that with a programmable block if it does get annoying. And this is what we get on the inside. So it's a very large open area where, like I said, you're going to get a very small vehicle in here, and that's going to be limited by the height of the room. Looking all the way around, we've got batteries at the back of the wall, we've got a cargo access for a large cargo container, so we can store quite a lot of stuff on this station. We've got a bunch of doorways that go to different places. But first of all, we just come over to this button panel, because we do have some basic controls over this station. So pressing number 4, that's going to cause these lights to flash. The hangar doors will retract all the way down in the ground to allow you to get in and out, and to allow your vehicle to drive in and out. And there is the spooky ghost that only appear for a split second. And yes, it's just a bunch of dead engineers being projected by a projector. This is the hangar door that's been fully opened up. There's our blinking yellow lights. We can see we press that again to stop the lights and close everything up. And for the other button, this is simply going to be for our batteries at the back of the room to turn them on and off. There we go. So if we come all the way over to this doorway first of all, this is going to lead us over to another vehicle bay. So opening this up, double door once again, all the way through. And here we are. We've got a connector to dock yourself up, and that is connected to the cargo container. Another button panel, which is going to be for controlling the light that sits up there, controlling the connector, and of course to open and close the hangar bay door, allow vehicles to get in and out. If we're just to move out of this and come over to this section, that's what that looks like. So we've got two red lights on both sides here that lead all the way across. We've got a little bit of protection from above thanks to these steel blocks. And we can see some fantastic use of our window blocks adding as some decoration. If we were to come over to this door does not work because it is a abandoned outpost, so stuff is in disarray, broken, not working, so this door does not work, but you could always switch it on if you wanted to. You can come back through here, open up this doorway, you now come over to this section which comes to a very mysterious area. Yes, I'm not too sure what to make of this. So once the smoke has dissipated, this is what we get. So we've got a encouragement turret on both sides to make sure you're not up to no good. But as for the rest of the room, we've got a big ball for you to come over and just jetpack around it. That's what we get over there. And we can see a bunch of armored conveyors, or the encased conveyors that come across into the middle, where we have a small O2H2 generator. And if I was to bring the free camera over and peer it inside the ball, what we're going to see is a very sneaky large hydrogen tank. So that connects up to that O2H2 generator, so you can use this to power the station, you can use this to recharge any kind of hydrogen ships, if you want to do that. But if you did want to use this to power the station, you would need to attach hydrogen engines onto this, because it currently does not have that. Anyway, just moving away from that, grabbing my character once again, looking down here is simply ground. And with this, we can just drop down and underneath it just to show you that it is only ground underneath there. Then just back into the character. We can now come back through this doorway and head up. So around this room, we've got a lovely ladder that leads all the way up to the next floor, which is gonna be your living quarter. Not too sure what happened there. It's like the ladder just rejected my character. Up the ladder, we've got a time block there, which is blinking, which is gonna be for our doorways to open and close. Around in this area, we've got an air vent to make sure you don't suffocate. Then opening up the doorway, this is a nice large open area for you to decorate with any kind of DLC packs, any kind of mods that you want to use. So looking around onto this side, we've got a lovely window to peer outside. We then see our encased conveyors coming all the way across the room over to this cargo container and over to another air vent. That's a quick access if you need it. On this corner, we've got a lovely bed setup made out of some passages and some ladders to make sure you can go all the way up into it. If you have access to the DLC packs, you can always replace these with proper beds. So here's a bed right here. We'll just go and copy the color like that. You can now remove that, place some beds inside, and there you go if you wanted to. And that's going to be the same on this side. I've got another lovely window to peer out over here. Oh, and there we go once again. Another spooky encounter where a bunch of decorations appear. And if you really want to, if it is annoying at the end of the day, you can always come inside here, type in ghost, make sure you can see everything. And here is everything controlling these spooky projectors. So we can simply just switch that off like so, and they will no longer appear. What I can do is turn on the projector so you can get a clear view at what is actually projecting. So we've got a bunch of chairs, a bunch of kitchen counters, one hell of a lot of dead engineers. There's some planters over in this section. We've got some freight crates over here. And you could, if you want to, just weld these up. Like, we just come over here and start welding all this. And just put it in place. And you'll have a lovely little station. Turn that off once again. There we go. We'll come over to this section where we do have a control seat, which has nothing currently set up on it. But you could, if you want to, control the gates from up here, control all the lights, and even control the turrets manually. Over in this section, some more passages, but nothing really going on with them. Another fantastic view outside. Over here, just like in that corner we first saw, we've got a bunch of beds or fake beds and ladders. And we do have some air vents and some seats just to sit on and, well, just waste away the day. Hopping out of that and coming over to the next doorway, we need to go one floor higher, and that'll be the end of this station. I don't think it's through here. No, it's not. That goes down to the floor we were just on. So we need to come over to this doorway. We've got another ladder. In fact, we come through another set of doors and we come up another set of ladders. This will take us to our top landing pad for a large ship to come and dock up to, or just to simply store your ship. Once again, another interior turret to make sure you're nice and protected. We've got a bunch of lights around here which you can switch on if you want to, make it easier to dock up at night. And there is your connector to help your ship land. Just getting a better view away from that. That's how it's been set up. So you do have to be a little bit careful of those cover walls when landing down. In case your ship is very flush, you could end up damaging it. And one final place to go before we end this video, if I just hop all the way down to here, we do have another doorway which goes all the way up to our wind turbine. Now this one is also locked, or also broken in quotations, so we need to just switch this on. We've got a lovely ladder. I won't bother climbing all the way up. And here we are at the very top, where we can just stand on this section right here. And we're just below the wind turbine, but we've got a lovely little outpost. So say if you had a weapon on you, let's go and grab a rocket launcher, use this as a sniping platform for any kind of enemies trying to fly over to you. And there we go. That is that for the interior of the Obake Outpost. Hopefully I'm saying that correctly. And it's a bloody fantastic outpost if you do want to use this in your world. But like I said, it's something that you would use generally at the start of survival mode. Say crash land right next to it, you could use this, fix it up, make it into a proper functioning base with all the bells and whistles, then use this as your base of operations. There'll be a link to it in the description below if you do wish to download it and play around with it yourself. Highly recommend you do because it is a fantastic looking outpost, even with the spooky projector that could catch you off guard. Anyway, thank you all for watching, and I'll be back with another video some point soon. Bye bye.